And to spend less money when you stay at home. You know, it's gonna be friends like, oh, what up, though? Let's go out. You know what I'm saying? Let's hit the bar, drinks on me. You ain't gotta spend nothing. No, you is gonna have to spend something. Stay at home. Might be your man's birthday. Be like, all right, you know, bro, we gonna party when the time right. But right now I'm at the crib, man. You know, fuck the clubs and all that. It's gonna be a time for all that. Stay your ass at home.
Are you a happy guy, Shia?
Yeah, lately.
Really though?
Yeah.
So when you say lately, that means at one point.
I was running. Yeah, I was running away. Both in my acting and both in, you know, my living. Yeah.
How do you shut that down to where you get on a different path where you can say, I'm happy or I'm happier now?
Well, I mean, sober helps.
How long have you been sober?
I haven't had a drink in 17 months. I haven't smoked weed in 34 days.
Damn, congratulations.
Yeah,
you don't chase it anymore like oh, I need the Transformers, I need that.
No, I ran from it. Because it was not serving me. It was destroying me. That's when I was getting really drunk and fucked up. That was all during that time when I just felt like I was becoming soulless. I had no connection to God. I was spiritually sick, you know, and I had no higher power. I thought I was really running the show. And again, this goes back to like, you know, how do you keep yourself out of the mud? You wind up seeing the things you do affect other people, and that gives you pride in yourself, you know. My self-esteem was garbage. That's why I was drinking so heavy. I had no esteem because I wasn't doing any esteemable.
I can't tell you how many times I've been on my own, man. Filled. Self-doubt, wondering me. Times I don't want to go back to, I'll tell you that much. Times that was so taxing on me. It could have gone either way. They were that intense. I get a little fucking emotional on it, man. I don't want to go back to them because they took everything I had. And at the end of the day, I was still standing. And once still standing on that one time where I committed myself to something. I didn't just say I was gonna do it, I fucking did it. I backed my words up with the action I went for, no matter what the costs were. I saw it through. Even though it took everything I had to crawl my way to the finish line, but I finished that line. Pride came in, self-worth, a building block nugget of life that I could stack up to create the character of morality, integrity, and dedication to face any adversity that this fucking society throws at me. That's the seed. That's the building block that will make or break every reality dream into that forefront. It turns the dreams into a walking inspiration for others and a reality that you can put it on the mantle one day and remember yourself.
Because you'll have bad times, but that'll always wake you up to the good stuff you weren't paying attention to.
You're braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think.
Smile. Though your heart is aching. Smile. I have no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow.
How exciting.
If you think the price of winning is too high, wait till you get the bill from regret.
It's nice that they found each other. Sometimes you fall for someone you'd never expect, but that doesn't make it wrong. Doesn't everyone deserve to be happy?
Well, I think life is precious because you can't watch it again.
Do it all. Do everything you can. Experience everything.
You're always afraid to take the first step because all you see is every negative thing 10 miles down the road.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
The past is finished. You cannot touch it anymore. Only now matter. Many people live in the past. They think about mistakes, losses, bad moments, things they wish they change. But listen to me, the past don't care. It will not come back. I make mistakes too. I lose games, I miss chances, but I don't stay there. Because staying in the past only make you weak. The present is where your power is. What you do today decide everything. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, today. If you train today, you become stronger. If you focus today, you become sharper. If you quit today, you lose. Simple. Most people waste now because they regret before, or they fear what comes next. But champions stay here, in the moment, focused, calm, ready. You cannot change what already happened, but you can change how you show up right now. And this is what changes your future. So listen, forget the past. Stop waiting for perfect tomorrow. Win today. Handle this moment. Because the present, it's the only thing that really belongs to you.
It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. That brings joy to my life right there.
Why?
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage.
You have so much fucking potential. If you literally just took it and put it in one place, you could literally change your life.
On all those bad days, and all those days you don't want to do shit, you have to be your own motivator, your own coach, your own trainer, your own everything. You may have failed miserably yesterday, but you come to work be like, man, you just lost everything. How the hell are you this fucking damn motivated? Because this is what it takes.
Don't. Learn to say fuck you to the world every once in a while. You have every right to. Just stop thinking, worrying, looking over your shoulder, wondering, doubting, fearing, hurting, hoping for some easy way out, struggling, grasping, confusing, itching, scratching, mumbling, bumbling, grumbling, humbling, stumbling, numbling, rambling, gambling, tumbling, scumbling, scrambling, hitching, hatching, bitching, moaning, groaning, honing, boning, horse shitting, hair splitting, nitpicking, piss trickling, nose sticking, ass gouging, eyeball poking, finger pointing, alleyway sneaking, long waiting, small stepping, evil eyeing, back scratching, searching, perching, besmirching, grinding away at yourself. Stop it and just do.
If you're gonna do it, do it. Say what you can do. Do what you say. If you can't do it, don't say you can do it. Don't over leverage yourself. Don't over leverage a decision and then jump in and kind of dip a toe. I think I'll try it out. No, think if you're going to try it out beforehand, but when it's time to go, dive. Finish it. Find out. Come out the other side. Don't leave it and go, ooh, if I just would. That keeps me up at night. I think it keeps a lot of us up at night. When you half-ass something, you just don't know whether you failed or succeeded, got what you want or didn't get what you want. Finding out and looking in the mirror and going, I didn't half-ass it. I went all the way. I found out, and that ain't for me. Or I found out, and you damn right that is for me. That's a great place to get to.
You need to start focusing on your mind right quick. That's why I'm teaching so hard about mindset, because mindset is more important than anything in this world. Because once you have the mindset, you're going to have the funds. Right now, you chasing the money, but you ain't chasing the mindset. So what happens is when you get the money, you're going to lose the money because you're on some bullshit with your mind. Your mind playing tricks on you. Your mind going to tell you to be tricking on these bitches because you got it. Spend your money on Turks and Caicos. Spend money on this bitch because she's fine. Fuck these books. I ain't doing all that lame ass shit. I'm going to go out here and just, fuck on these hoes 24/7. Your mind is going to lead you astray, because what happens is when this is right, everything in your life is going to be right. When your relationship with God is right, everything.
I think the gym, oddly enough, is that for a lot of guys when they first start going. I know it was for me. I remember that when I first started going to the gym when I was at uni, it gave me kind of like a safe haven that I knew if I'd face planted in some presentation that I had to give, if the girl that I was seeing broke up with me, if all of this stuff went wrong, at least I got a good training session in. So in one area of my life, I was making relatively forward progress. Even if everything else had gone to shit, the rest of it's a total dumpster fire. This one area is siloed off, it's compartmentalized.
Hey bro, look, don't move, stay right there. I just took a picture of someone who could end up being one of the greatest if they just start doubting themselves and fully locked in.
You have no fucking idea how great you really are, because you are using such minimal of what you have.
Go back to the gym, work, because you have more to show. You understand? Life continue.
It's time to stay focused. It's time to decide, fuck clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize.
God don't bless hesitation. So all that pump faking you doing won't get you nowhere but failure. And I don't want that for you. Please just lock in, because I really believe in you.
It's 2 a.m. right now. No one here. Mano to mano, me and you, and where we want to go tomorrow. 2 a.m. What I love about 2 a.m. is that we're not living by the clock, man. because the clock says it's 10 o'clock, time to go to sleep, or 9 to 5, time to go to work. That's bullshit. If you're in bed right now and you're rolling around, you can't fall asleep, get the fuck up. It probably means you haven't done an honest day's work to earn that rest at night. 2 a.m., not a fucking person's here. I can scream my fucking ass off. No one hears me. I can cry. I can shit myself. I can put an honest day's work in here that more than anyone does in a week. And no one sees it. Because it's supposed to be that way. This is the fucking means to the ends. It's not the ends. All those fuckers that come in here, the hair done, the makeup, you know, these guys come in the shirts to be seen, missing the fucking point, man. Missing the point. You're not in here to get an achievement. You're in here to pay your fucking dues, so later in life, you never wonder what if.
The most important thing, I'm gonna tell you the most important thing. You have to really believe in yourself. I don't give a fuck if a nigga thinks you're trash. I don't care about none of that. You have to really believe in yourself. I was not always the most confident person, but now I really believe I can do anything if I set my mind to it. Not believe, I know I can. I really believe I can do anything. Bro, you gotta really have that confidence. If you want to get there, you do. Otherwise, you're not gonna do it. You're gonna have to be willing to make sacrifices. You gotta basically put your line on this shit. Now, some people, it comes to some people easier than others. You gotta really be able to put your line on this shit and really put your all into this shit. I promise you, like, nigga, I was willing to give up everything. I basically gave up my whole last summer. I didn't leave the house. I sat in the house all day, not even making vids. Cause at that point, I was going through a lot of shit. I sat in my house all day, just thinking, trying to think of ideas. How the fuck I'm gonna make it? How am I gonna make it? I had no idea. Nigga, right at that point, I was sitting at like 2,000 followers on 2,000 subs on Twitch, 1,000 on followers on Twitch, 2,000 on YouTube. Nigga, I didn't know. I was just posting shit, trying to figure shit out. Nigga, I'm telling y'all, this shit did not click until like last year. No, until the start of this year, like January. That's when I figured out my vision.
I believe when God builds a man, he puts him through difficult things. Because if you were to have a child today, all right, you got a son, and you want that son to have specific traits. Let's say honesty, patience, for example. Would you give him what he wants right away all the time? No, right? So when God builds a man for a big purpose, I believe that this man has to undergo a season of conditioning. And this conditioning is productive. This conditioning is divinely gifted. And this conditioning should be embraced and somewhat romanticized. And it should be maximized. And whenever things get hard, things get difficult, and you experience levels of uncertainty and discomfort and pain, I believe it's important to really feel it, to think about it, to prolong it in a way, and to enjoy it. Because I've learned from my experience, whenever you move out of that stage where God put you through pain in order to teach you a lesson, you look back with so much gratitude, knowing that you came out of it learning this lesson, and acquiring this skill, and acquiring this ability or whatever. And it's nice knowing that God is just preparing you. He's preparing you for something greater. And that understanding is where
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit what anybody says or what anybody thinks. I have this mindset. I know exactly who the fuck I am.
What people say does not matter to me, because whatever you do in life, good or bad, there's always going to be somebody.
If you're doing good, they got something to say. If you're doing bad, they got something to say.
I just can't live my life based upon what other people think about me. So I can't concern myself too much with what other people think. You know, it's just not healthy.
I had to stop giving a fuck about people. That was the biggest thing. I had to stop caring what people thought about me.
I don't give a shit what people say. I never did, I never do.
You better figure out who the fuck you are. And those few people many people don't like you, so...
Time alone makes you see, first of all, who God is. Some people fight being alone. They fight being alone. They fight being single. They don't enjoy it. They just anything, just invite anybody over. You invite people over you don't even like. Just come on over, girl, come on over. Let's just hang out, because you're afraid of being alone and you're avoid of thinking. Time alone is important. Time alone gives you, first of all, God discovery. You begin to understand who God is. You cannot understand who God is in a crowd. And Jacob was left alone with God, and God called Abraham alone, and Moses went to the backside of the mountain and was alone. It's always when you're alone when God reveals himself. God didn't show himself to the Virgin Mary while she was in the crowd. She was by herself. Whenever anything significantly happens to you in a spiritual capacity, it happens.
There's not a whole lot of dudes that are taking accountability. You know, I fucked up bad, like crash and burn type shit, hurt a lot of people. This is kind of part of being a man. It's like, you kind of gotta fuck it all up a little bit.
I think so.
I think part of learning is dying. I think part of learning is you gotta die a little bit. Because what is learning? Learning is me giving up on my old shit, my old ideas. Those ideas have to die for me to be open to some new shit. And so me learning how to be a better man, I had to die a little bit. When do you become a man? When you get a driver's license? Like, what do we do? You 16, we give you a driver's license. Okay, well, like, you get a job? Like, when do you become a man? I grew up in a culture that told me going to war made you a man. Going to prison, coming back makes you a man. Making $1 million makes you a man, you know? And it doesn't. You become a man when you become responsible for other people. And part of that is taking account.
But if there's one message I want you to walk away with today, it's this. You have to disappear.
It's okay to be alone for a while. I feel like nobody really talks about that stage, that period of time where you just disappear for a bit, not because you hate people, but because you're finally choosing yourself. That period of isolation, it's not loneliness, it's growth.
Disappearing means doing the work. It means doing the work in the dark. It means building in private what you don't need to prove in public.
It's where you start realizing who you are without the noise, without the validation, or without trying to fit into someone else's image of you. It's uncomfortable at first, yeah. You question yourself and you overthink and you're anxious all the time. But slowly things start to make sense. You start hearing your own voice again and you start healing parts of you that you didn't even know were broken.
It means doing the work when no one's watching. You stop worrying about what people think and start valuing what you believe. Because a life that looks good or sounds good is nothing compared to a life that feels good.
Something in you has to wake up. And usually the only person that can wake it up is you. Sometimes you can read a David Goggins book because I was all this shit and then a lot more of fucked up. But if you don't have a little flame, you know, just barely, you're done. I can't light it for you. And that's the harsh reality of this life that I want to get across so fucking bad. You can watch me, you can watch you can watch fucking Rogan and Cameron Hayes, all these motherfuckers. You can go to Tony Robbins's fucking bullshit, all this shit. You do all this shit. If you could keep going back and keep spending money and spending money and spending money with no results, you can wonder, wow, maybe let me go try out David Goggins. He ain't gonna fucking help you. You have to explore, examine the insides of yourself. And what do you really want out of life?
You think you gotta be perfect to keep the people you love in your life. But that's not true. Family don't run from mistakes. And we don't judge people by their flaws. We just love people for who they are. But it is up to you to trust people with the real you. I'm trying. Dude, I swear I'm trying. I just feel like it's too late. What if it's too late? It's never too late. Never. Your family's still here. You just gotta stop running, D. Because I'm gonna tell you like this. That's the last thing she'd wanted.
There's a video that I 100% legitimately play in my mind when I'm tired. I say good. Listen to this video. Have you ever heard this? It's amazing.
I don't think I have. He would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem, some issue that was going on. And he'd say, boss, we got this and that and the other thing. And I'd look at him and I'd say, good. And finally one day he was telling me about some issue that he was having, some problem. And he said, I already know what you're going to say. And I said, well, what am I going to say? He said, you're going to say good. He said, that's what you always say. When something is wrong and going bad, you always just look at me and say good. And I said, well, yeah. When things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good. Didn't get promoted? Good. More time to get better. Oh, mission got canceled? Good. We can focus on another one. Didn't get funded. Didn't get the job you wanted. Got injured. Sprained my ankle. Got tapped out? Good. Got beat? Good. You learned. Unexpected problems? Good. We have the opportunity to figure out a solution.